Hello children, come closer, come closer. Let me tell you a story, an old tale from the lands of the Igbo people. A story of sorrow, of kindness, and of a fire that could not burn a good heart. This story is called Ashes of the Heart. Once upon a time, in a quiet village called Amafe, surrounded by tall palm trees and red earth, lived a boy named Obinna. Obinna was a gentle boy, the only son of his mother, Nena, and his father, Paul Okeke, a respected farmer in the land. Obinna's mother, she was as sweet as a ogbono soup with plenty of stockfish. She sang while pounding yam, and when Obinna was sick, she would whisper blessings into his ears at night. But life, my children, is like the season, sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy. One rainy season, Nena fell ill. The Dibiet village healer tried herbs and roots, but the illness was stronger. One cold morning, she closed her eyes and joined the ancestors. The whole village mourned. Obinna cried and cried until he had no tears left. He was just 8 years old. Now Paul Okeke, lonely and needing help on the farm, decided to marry again. He married a woman from another village. Her name was Adis. At first, she smiled a lot. She cooked hot soup and served elders kola nuts. People said, Paul Okeke has found a good wife. But behind closed doors, Adis' true nature began to show. She had a son of her own, Chokudi, who was a few years younger than Obinna. She treated Chokudi like a prince. But Obinna, like a servant. She would wake Obinna before the cock crowed. Obinna, go and fetch water. Obinna, sweep the compound before I return. And if he dared complain, do you think I'm your mother? Your mother is gone. I am the one feeding you now. Obinna would lower his head and whisper to himself, Mama, wherever you are, I hope you can see me. Days turned to weeks, and weeks to months. Obinna fetched water, weeded the farm, washed clothes, and still went to school. He never complained, never shouted. When people saw him, they said, this boy has a good spirit. Even the trees seemed to like him. The mango tree behind the house always dropped the sweetest fruits just for him. If you are enjoying this story, please spare a second and hit the subscribe button as a way of support to the channel. So one day, a big announcement came from the Igwe, the village king. There would be a festival for boys between 10 and 15. A festival to test their strength, wisdom, and heart. The winner would receive a special blessing and lead the youth dancers during the next New Yam festival. Oh, how Adis laughed. You, Obinna. Look at how thin you are. Chokudi is the one who will win. Don't even try. But Obinna went quietly to register his name. The festival lasted 7 days. On the first day, the boys carried water pots on their heads without spilling a drop. Obinna's pot didn't lose a single splash. On the second day, they answered riddles from the elders. Obinna listened patiently and gave wise answers. On the third day, they helped the village elders clean the shrine. Obinna scrubbed until the stones shine like the morning dew. Every night, Adis scolded him. Did you use juju? Did you bribe someone? But Obinna kept silent. He remembered something his mother used to say. A kind heart does not make noise, it shines on its own. Then came the final day. A huge fire broke out in the market square. Smoke rose into the sky like angry spirits. Everyone ran. A child was trapped inside the burning palm store. Before anyone could move, Obinna ran in, barefoot, no second thought. He carried the child out just before the roof collapsed. The village gasped. The elders shouted, this boy is not just strong, he is brave. Adis could not speak. Even Chokudi hung his head in shame. The Igwe stood, placed a red feather on Obinna's head, and said, from today, Obinna, you are not just a child of Paul Okeke. You are a son of Amafe. Your heart is gold, tested by fire but never burned. From that day, Adis changed. Whether it was shame or guilt, nobody knew. She started treating Obinna like her own. Maybe the fire burned some wickedness out of her. Obinna grew to become a wise leader, one the whole land respected. And though his mother was gone, he never forgot her voice in the wind. My son, even from ashes, the heart can rise. And that, my children, is the story of Ashes of the Heart. A story that teaches us, no matter how people treat you, if your heart is clean, even fire cannot harm you. Now, go and sleep with good dreams, and remember, kindness is stronger than any curse. Good night. Well, viewers, if you have enjoyed this story, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to our channel and drop a comment about how you feel about this story. Bye.